Hello, welcome to the Rambling Rector. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about Advent, which is the period immediately prior to Christmas. Now, Christmas is a time of great celebration, a great time of wonder, the giving and receiving of gifts, one to the other, and which has a huge significance around family time and around being kind and generous to other people. And of course, many people say, gosh, wouldn't it be great if Christmas was every single day? And it would. I think it would be exhausting, but it would be great. So why then does the church have 4 weeks of reflection and what the church refers to as penance immediately prior to Christmas? Surely this should be the big build-up, the big anticipation. And to some extent it is, but actually the reason behind that is rather more simple. It is simply that God came into the world at Christmas in the form of a baby, but crucially in the form of a human being, wholly divine, wholly human, but at the same time, God came into the world. God re-entered creation in order, perhaps in the simplest of terms, to remind us of the covenant, remind us of the pact that we had made with God many, many years prior, which was essentially that we would be excellent to each other. We would be good to each other. We would be kind and forgiving and giving to each other. Now, of course, it's fair to say that from time to time we forget that, and so Christmas is an opportunity, or the lead up to Christmas is an opportunity for us to remember that that is what we had signed up to, that is what we had agreed. Of course, in the wider world, the idea of penance or forgiveness is a little bit alien, and so therefore Christmas has become something of a shadow of its former self in religious terms, but it's no less important to those people who have a faith, because it is that wonderful time of the year that God has come into his creation, in order to remind us and to settle us in our faith, and enable us to await the arrival of the Christ child with a sense of anticipation that is grounded not in the sense of instant gratification and isn't this wonderful, but actually God has gone to a lot of trouble and has made substantial sacrifices in order to remind us yet again of the fact that we were born perfect and we have consistently failed to live up to that perfection. God has far more faith in us than we have in ourselves, and that doesn't hurt every now and then to be reminded of. So, Advent is a time of reflection, of penance, which leads and points the way to the arrival of the Christ child. And the season immediately following Christmas is called Epiphany, which translates loosely as a dawning realization. And so there is this sense of something big is going to happen, something big happens, and then we go through the next few weeks after Christmas of making sense of that. We do that every year, and I don't think actually we can do it too often. It's really important for us to be reminded of how important our religious Christian story actually is to our sense of who we are and what we potentially can be. Every year, Christmas reminds us that we are loved by God and we are cared for enough for God to intervene in his creation in order essentially to save us from ourselves. So the period of Advent immediately prior to that is an opportunity for us to reflect on those things that we have done, those decisions perhaps that we have made, the things that we've done and said that we're not worthy of, and that prevent us from being the perfect beings, the perfect creation that God would have us to be. So, this Advent, I hope that you will reflect, that you will take time to ponder, that you will imagine how good you can be, and that when the Christ child arrives this Christmas, that you celebrate with me the wonder and the love as God comes into his world to save us. Amen, and may God be with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please do, and put in some comments, and I'll see if I can respond. Thank you very much. God bless.